Hey, hey, it's 8/18/2018. It's a good day to make a video. It's got to be a lucky day, don't you think? Anyway, there you go. May we have a wonderful day, week, month, year from now on. It's a little tricky with things that are going on, but I think we're going to do it. Anyway, this is a topic I'm working this summer. I'm trying to get through it on the biggest traps in Scientology. Simply for either younger people or anybody who's new to it, who hasn't kind of seen. I mean, I've talked about this so have a lot of people, but I think it's a good thing to take up again. This is kind of the biggest scam in Scientology. It really is. It's the first and the biggest, most expensive. It's not the most expensive in Scientology, but it's the most expensive leap. You know, because they're kind of moving you along, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You need some training, you need some auditing. You know, we can help you with this, but it's only going to cost $1,000, a few thousand. And now, you're sort of like, okay, it's good, but I'm done, or I'm going to get off the train or whatever. And they're like, no, you haven't gone clear yet. And see, Dianetics, which L. Ron Hubbard wrote, the original Dianetics that he wrote in 1950, talked about clear. It still talks about clear, but they've changed the definition over the years. But the original definition said a clear will have a perfect memory, a perfect IQ, no somatics, and no pains. Now, if anyone out there can step up to the plate and say that they honestly have those four things, I'd like to meet them. I really would. Because no one does. And that's why Hubbard kept changing the definition of clear. And this isn't to say there aren't. In my opinion, there aren't, but there are people who think they're clear, and per the newest definitions, whatever those might be. And they kept changing it so that it's kind of bent here and bent there, and I even attested to clear. I only attested to clear. I didn't think I could go clear because I have epilepsy. So how could I have no somatics, no pains? Hello? Doesn't work. So I thought, okay, not me. And one time in, I think the 70s, Debbie May said to me, when are you going to go clear? I was in since 69, so it was around 70, late 70s. And I said, really, not me. Not going to happen, because of what I have, my physical condition. And she goes, oh, come on. Go to Flag, talk to David Mayo. He'll help you. And so she said, write him. And so I thought, all right. So I wrote him a letter. Now you have to understand, in Scientology, with anyone with a physical condition, they're always saying, excuse me, you have your PTS. That's what it is. You're a potential trouble source. And you must be connected to someone who's suppressive to Scientology. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having any problems, right? So that's their theory. That's Hubbard's theory. That's what he came up with. And that was really the intention why he started really dividing. This is my opinion, but I think it's pretty true. Why in the early 60s he started saying those people are suppressive, you can't talk to them. The reason for that isn't because they were suppressive and bad and evil and all the things that it's evolved into. It was because he was starting the Church of Scientology. It started out Dianetics, and they were Dianeticists. Now it was moving into, they're going to be Scientologists. And a bunch of them went, we're out, check out. No, we're not doing a religion. You're not a religion. That's not what you said you were. You said you were a science of the mind. That's why we're here. And we're out. So they checked out, and Howard went, okay, can't talk to those people. Because it was a money thing. He had said in 49, if you want to make money, start a religion. So he knew that was the pathway he was going. Whether he said it or not, he knew it. And so these guys weren't going that way. So he was like, all right, they're declared suppressive, you can't talk to them. Because he knew if they talked to him, they'd probably leave too. And that's true to this day. If you, in the Church of Scientology, come just talk to us, anybody, any person, it doesn't have to be me, Tory, you can talk to anyone, and just ask why we're out, what happened, why did we leave, I guarantee you, I can't guarantee it, but I'd say I would put my money on it. Most people would not go back in after they really learned the facts of L. Ron Hubbard, David Miscavige, the Church of Scientology. If you learn the facts of that organization, you will not stay a part of that organization. Now, there are a lot of people who have left, and they still feel like they're Scientologists, and I'm fine with that, because they are not practicing the abuses the Church of Scientology does, which is disconnection, fair game, stopping free speech, breaking up families, and roping young kids into a billion-year contract that they have to pay for when they leave, if they leave, for all their great auditing that they've had. Okay, so the people that are out that say they're Scientologists, that is not what I'm against. I am against the abuses, the ones I just named. That's why I speak out. When those end, you won't hear me doing videos on this. I might do videos on other things, but I'm not going to do them on Scientology. But in the meantime, they really can't stop those abuses, because they can't have people talk to us, because first of all, we're so evil and horrible. But secondly, and that's a thing for anybody, if you're younger, you can learn from this, because this is in life. It's not just the Church of Scientology. There are other organizations and other groups where they've got it's us or them. That's all it is. Don't talk to them. Only talk to us. And once you get into that, go talk to them. Find out what, at least do some research. That's what scientists do, right? They weigh, they balance, they find out, how does it work? How does it fit? Does it fit together? Can you put a square peg in a round hole? Those are all, science is a very interesting thing, because it's factual, it's proven. And that's why when Hubbard said he's a science of the mind, then prove it. They can't. You start asking them questions, you're sent off to ethics. So clear is a big con, where it's like you have to go clear. That will erase your reactive mind, which is what is causing all of your problems. That's what L. Ron Hubbard said. Now, is that true? No, it isn't true at all. And many, many people who are even clear, and they say they're clear, they still have problems, because the definition changed, right? But per the original definition, nah. I've yet to meet someone who goes, I have all four of those things. I've never met anyone, not one person. And it'd be, even if they did, am I going to believe them? I mean, if they could show it to me. There's, what's his face? I forget his name, but James Randi, right? I think that's his name. He may have passed away, but he used to, and I apologize if he hasn't. It's hard for me to keep track of, because like Aretha died yesterday, which was really sad. But thank God she left us all of her wonderful music, and bless her heart. And like I said, if there is a heaven, and if she went to it, they got to be rocking and rolling tonight, because she's there. And there's a lot of cool people that are there. But that's if there is. So we'll see. Like I told my friend who was passing away, I said, neither of us are going to know. He was an atheist. I'm not. But I don't really believe in heaven and hell. But I don't know what I believe in. But I believe there is some form of higher powers. And I said, we're just not going to know until we're dead. And then you're going to know. And I said, and you have to come and let me know you're okay. That's all I want. Let me know somehow, some way you're okay. And he passed away. And 2 days after he called, my phone rang, and it said his name on the phone. I went, So anyway, you can believe it or not. I'm sure people don't. James Randi wouldn't. But anyway, he was always saying, I'll give you $1 million if you come and prove any of these, like OT powers or, these super abilities that you have. But nobody ever did. No, not one Scientologist did. They never did. They never did. And that's $1 million, so it shows you. Anyway, to get back to Clear, you can Google Jason Beghe. I think he is the most entertaining and the most realistic about Clear that I have ever heard. Mark Bunker interviews him. I was there at his house, and he just takes off. I mean, he's newly out, and he just tells you what he thinks about Clear. And I couldn't possibly get anywhere as great as he is on saying it. And it's Jason, Jason, and Beghe, 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 Jason Beghe. He's the gentleman that stars in Chicago Fire or Chicago something. It's the big Chicago series now that they have. He stars in that. That's Jason. Anyway, he was in Scientology and then got out and talked about Clear. Didn't talk much for long, but what he said was very, very powerful. And I feel the same. It's like, to quote him, show me a motherfucking Clear. Where are they?